Hey guys, thanks for checking out another Few with You. First and foremost, thank you so much for all the love you guys send and the feedback I get as regarding these videos and how helpful they are to you. Today I'm just going to share a quick topic regarding how to shop for travel and how to purchase things online and make sure that you're doing it in the most secure way. This is one of the tips I usually just share with family because they're blown away with how ridiculous this could be. So check this out. A lot of people are not aware of this, but first and foremost, I don't like to just make these videos and you to take my word for it and run with it. I like to make videos, be informational, and by all means check me out and validate what I'm saying. So one of the things we're going to cover today are web cookies, how they work, and how they can be detrimental to your traveling as far as your pricing. In fact, affecting that negatively by increasing it because they know that you keep looking for it. So if you already know about this topic, then awesome. If not, check it out. So first and foremost, just do a Google search, what are web cookies? It's going to give you a plethora of knowledge of what they are, how they work, etc. But most importantly, what they basically are is major portals like your Orbitz, Expedias, and major airlines and things of that nature. What they do is they will save some of the information that you've been looking for, so that when you frequent them, it's kind of going to hopefully give you that information again faster and more efficiently. So that sounds great. Well, what it could also do is affect your pricing to where it's increased. So what that means is a few years back, Orbitz was actually accused and found guilty of price hiking. So what would happen is if you went to a site like Orbitz and you typed in, I want to travel to Denver, Colorado, you put your dates in and you said, okay, well, there's a good guesstimate of what those flights are, and then you don't book it that day, but you're going to try and book a couple days later. What they were accused of is the pricing was actually being personalized, saying, well, we know that you've looked for this flight 3 or 4 times digitally, and we didn't realize it as the consumer, but those prices were actually hiked, and that was something that other people weren't seeing, but Orbitz knew, hey, well, we know this guy's looking for it somewhat habitually, so let's just give it a price hike. So a lot of these portals say they're not doing it, but to be safe, it's always a rule of thumb not to use a browser that you frequent. So basically what that means is if you're one of these dudes or girls that use Firefox always, then don't use Firefox when you're booking your travel or shopping online. Just rule of thumb. So instead of using Firefox, use Safari. If you use Safari, use Firefox, etc. Now, there are ways to using that same browser by just using an incognito window, which we're going to cover. But once again, it's just always a rule of thumb for me to use a browser that I don't frequent when I'm using my booking travel and or shopping. Now, this does not apply to when you're logged into your own personal account on like an Amazon, because at that point it's an internal resource and it's pulling its own data and it's not going to price hike and things of that nature. This is only for when you're shopping and you're looking for a variety of options, and what these sites like Orbitz and or Expedia pull a variety of information to give you. For instance, obviously Expedia is going to give you flights from Delta, JetBlue, Southwest, etc. So it's always a good rule of thumb, once again, to use a browser you don't use. So let's just go ahead and show you a quick tip on each one of these browsers. I'm not going to cover Internet Explorer. If you are one of these people that are still using Internet Explorer, please stop. Once again, don't take my word for it. Just Google search how unbelievably vulnerable and messed up IE is. Even with the new Windows 10, just stop using it. It's just, I have so many people that have issues with it and I'm constantly fixing it. So don't use it. So first and foremost, let's just cover Firefox. So if I am someone who wants to use Firefox for my booking of travel and or shopping, what I'm going to do is in the hamburger upper right hand corner, I'm going to click this, I'm going to hit new private window, and bada bing, it's going to go ahead and give me right now a window that at this point, everything I do at the starting now will not save history, searches, cookies, temporary files, and save downloads of bookmarks. So it's really neat and a rule of thumb to do that. Now, once again, that was Firefox. Now let's go ahead and jump over to Chrome. Chrome is the same kind of way. Upper right hand corner, hamburger, boom, new incognito window, and same thing. Now starting from this point, everything I search and reference will not have anything saved. And ultimately Safari is a little bit different. Go here, file, new private window, and bada bing. You'll notice every time that we've done that, the browser kind of gives you a little bit of a difference of like a color scheme, and or it gives you a disclaimer. at that point, fire away and start booking your travel and or shopping. I hope this was helpful. A lot of people are not aware of this. If you were, then awesome. If not, great. So if you have any questions or concerns, you guys know the drill. But either way, thanks again. Take care.